Good evening. It's Sunday evening. I think all of you must have had a fantastic weekend, especially with India winning the World Cup T20. It is a great joy to all of us, and I'm sure all of us really celebrated it yesterday. Uh, I at least did so. So last week, welcome to another edition of the weekly roundup. My name is Vijay, and I'm here to give you a background of what happened last week and what we may expect next week. Last week was an event filled week. The reason why was, first of all, the election of Speaker, which went off very smoothly, and then the presidential address went off very smoothly. And more important is political developments, which was amazing, which was not expected a week ago, have all come to fruition in a very positive manner. So, what are the positive developments? Take the case of Bihar. Political pundits thought that uh, JDU can create problems to the government. Yesterday, JDU has completely surrendered to BJP by making an ex BJP guy as the working president. So, which means that the government of India, the BJP government or the NDA government, will not have any problems from JDU at least. So let's take another big ally, which is Naidu of Andhra Pradesh. Now, there was some feeling that Naidu will demand speaker's post and they may demand some ministries. All of them have been, subsumed by no demands whatsoever. So we did a study of what could have been the reason, and it seems clear that Naidu's main aim is to take revenge on YSRCP party and basically Mr. Jagan, who put him in jail, and I think he won't rest till Jagan is destroyed. So it is not important for him. Ministries not important for speakerships. What is important is destruction of his better which is Jagan, and I think that will be his primary goal. The secondary goal will, of course, be a special status for Andhra Pradesh, but I don't think that is his. That's what he will pursue. His pursue what he will relentlessly pursue is putting Jagan in jail. So therefore, so long as Jagan is not yet been put in jail, you will get unconditional support from TDP. This is the surmise. Otherwise, there is no reason for them to just surrender completely to whatever BJP is doing. So, what does that mean? That means we will, for the next few months, we will see political stability, and the fear that one of these two guys will pull the rug is no longer there. And then another interesting politics which happened was when the Maharashtra government, decided to do the Madhya Pradesh way, where they said they will give 1,500 to women. They also said 3 cylinders free and such SOPs. So this is the beginning of the SOPs because the Maharashtra state elections are due sometime in the next 3-4 months. I won't be surprised if Haryana government also does something similar. Now, usually, good politics is bad economics because what happens is it will drain the exchequer. But sometimes, in desperate times, good politics can also be good economics because you see, people in the lower half of the segment and their large number, the fact that 80 crore people are getting free ration means that a lot of people are struggling. And if you are going to give them 1,500 per month, that's incidentally what the India campaign was, to give some money into the bank accounts. So that while it may hurt the exchequer for time being, it's also good economics because that will rev up the economy, especially the rural economy. So I think this is one of those rare cases where good politics is also good economics. Generally, good politics is bad economics. So that is something which we need to keep in mind when we look at the markets in the next few weeks and months. July is also the month when the budget is there. This time they have not yet announced the date, but sooner or later you will get to know the date. It's likely to be around the between 20 and 25th. So that is still some uh, and budgets generally have been good from the NDA regime. So I expect this time also the budget to be overall good, though you may crib on certain things, but by and large, the budgets have been good. So it will be what I would call a growth-oriented budget, and the government need not worry that they have to make it too populist, because they have the allies with them unconditionally. So that is a very welcome development which many people may not have picked up. Now let's look at the markets. The markets were very bullish, and typically I have been mentioning that whenever there is a bullish month, the last trading day, that is the weekly, so the monthly settlement is always positive, and that's what happened on Thursday. There's always generally a follow up when the settlement is positive, so we had a follow up on Friday. Now, Friday second half, there was selling across the board in the indices, main indices, that is the Nifty and Bank Nifty. But however, the other indices held up beautifully, and I think the stage is set for a pre-budget rally. Maybe the next few days there could be some dampening on the index, major index, because you see, Reliance led the Nifty to an all-time high. HDFC Bank led the Bank Nifty to an all-time high, HDFC and ICICI Bank. So Reliance went up 7%, which is, I think, spectacular to say the least. HDFC Bank in the 2 months, 2 weeks went up by about 5%. So I think they may take some rest next week. So there could be some consolidation rather than any big fall in the indices. Globally also, while Dow Jones didn't make an all-time high, Nasdaq made an all-time high, but they sold off from their highs. Now that was very typical, because you see, going into weekend, and the debate between Mr. Trump and Biden did not go off well. So one expects some political uncertainty in the US. Apparently, Biden is camping at Camp David to take a decision whether to continue. If it does not continue, then it could be bullish sign for the markets actually, because then there is a chance that Michelle Obama may be put in as a candidate from the Democrat side. So all in all, interesting things. Next week is also a holiday shortened week for the US. July 4th is their Independence Day. July 3rd, half a day, only they work. So they will all be on a holiday next week for the first 3-4 days. So you cannot expect much, excepting on the Friday you have the employment numbers, which I think they should be okay, because now the market is expecting a September interest rate drop from the Fed. Here, other than the Nifty and Bank Nifty, you had all-time highs in CNX 500, mid cap, small cap, and micro cap. Interestingly, the PSUs, the PSC index and the PSU Bank index have not even crossed the highs which was seen on June 3rd. And the Adani Group, they are also nowhere near the highs. They are in the they are middling actually. So that is some very interesting things, which means Adani may lose its prominence in this NDA 3.0. Reliance will continue probably to do well, because Reliance is an evergreen stock. So maybe Reliance's time has come. So next week, I am concentrating on basically textile stocks. We have bought in textile stocks. So we now have silver, gold, pharma, textiles, and a little bit of paper, and some miscellaneous stocks in the mid cap, which have not gone up, and which are fundamentally good stocks, which are below 15 PE, definitely not above 20 PE. So we are quite happy to be where we are. There could be corrections because some of the pockets are very, very highly overvalued. The PSU banks, PSEs, the defense stocks, the railway stocks, these are all highly overvalued. So we are not getting there. We are getting into things which are fundamentally good, but which have not gone up. So that is as far as the stocks are concerned. The precious metals did not do anything great. Oil did not do anything great. Today, Israel market is doing well, which means there is no sign of any tension as far as Hezbollah, that Lebanon war is concerned. It doesn't seem to be imminent. So next week, one can look with a positive bias, and we are at least looking with a positive bias. We think BTFT will fetch us more money than SOS. Next week is also, tomorrow is also the monthly data of the autos. Autos have done well going into the weekend. We have a position in Hero Motors, and we're hoping that we'll do well with that position. This is for very short term. So that's what it is. Kindly note that I'm not a SEBI registered advisor. And if you like this kind of analysis, please tell your friends. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for joining. Whatever you do, hope it is a successful week. Thank you once again.